If I told you the United States government once ran a program that took perfectly functional cars, drained their engines with a special solution, ran them until they seized and died, then crushed them into scrap metal. But that is exactly what happened. And they did not do it quietly in some backlot. They did it with $3 billion of your tax money in broad daylight. Today, I am going to show you what cash for clunkers actually destroyed, who really benefited, and why the used car market you are shopping in right now is still paying the price 15 years later. It was 2009. The economy had just collapsed. The American auto industry was on life support. Dealership lots were full of brand new cars nobody could afford to buy. So the government launched the Car Allowance Rebate System, CARS, but everyone called it cash for clunkers. The pitch was simple. You bring in your old car, the dealer gives you a voucher worth $3,500 to $4,500 toward a new vehicle. The government reimburses the dealer. Everybody wins. That was the story they sold on the evening news. The reality was completely different. Here is where it gets criminal. To qualify for the program, your trade-in had to get under 18 miles per gallon. That sounds like they were targeting old beaten-down rust buckets barely limping down the highway. But look at what actually qualified. A 2003 Ford F-150 with the 4.6-liter V8, a vehicle with a proven engine that routinely clears 250,000 miles with basic maintenance, qualified. A 2004 Chevrolet Suburban with the 5.3-liter V8, a tank of a vehicle built on a heavy-duty truck frame capable of running forever, qualified. The government did not just take these cars off the road, they made sure they could never come back. Every single vehicle turned in under cash for clunkers was required by law to be permanently destroyed before it could leave the dealership lot. They didn't just crush them, they killed the engine first. They filmed it. There are hundreds of videos online of perfectly good engines dying on camera. Mechanics who watched those videos said it was like watching someone execute a healthy animal. 700,000 vehicles gone in 30 days. Now ask yourself the obvious question. If the goal was to help ordinary Americans, why destroy the cars completely? Why not donate them to low-income families who couldn't afford new vehicles? Why not sell them at auction and use the proceeds to fund the program? The answer tells you everything about who this program was actually designed for. The auto manufacturers won. They moved 700,000 new vehicles off lots that were drowning in unsold inventory. Ford, GM, Toyota, Honda, the dealerships won. They collected the vouchers, processed the transactions, and earned commissions on brand new car sales they never would have closed without the government pushing buyers through the door. Here is the damage that is still sitting on your shoulders today. A functional 2001 Toyota Tacoma that was worth $4,000 before cash for clunkers now trades for $12,000 to $15,000. Not because it got better, because the government artificially wiped out the competing inventory that would have kept prices honest. Mechanics who specialize in older vehicles will tell you directly. Specific engine families that were common before 2009 became genuinely hard to source after the program. Salvage yards that used to have rows of V8 pickups suddenly had empty bays. Here is what is happening right now as a direct response to everything I just described. A growing number of mechanics, financial pragmatists, and smart drivers have completely stopped participating in the new car market. They are specifically hunting for the vehicles that survived the crusher, the late 1990s and early 2000s trucks and SUVs with proven drivetrains, no touchscreens, because those vehicles are now genuinely scarce. Every functional 1999 Suburban that got crushed under cash for clunkers is a vehicle that is not available to the buyer who needs affordable transportation today. Every healthy F-150 engine that got executed with sodium silicate is a set of parts that a mechanic can't pull from a salvage yard to keep someone else's truck running. They didn't just destroy cars, they destroyed the ability of ordinary people to opt out of the new car debt cycle entirely. $3 billion in taxpayer money, 700,000 functional vehicles executed by law, a used car market that is still artificially expensive 15 years later. Cash for Clunkers was not a stimulus program. It was a market manipulation operation paid for by the people it was designed to harm. The car sitting in your driveway right now costs more than it should because of what they did in those 30 days in the summer of 2009, and almost nobody talked about it. If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe. Every week, I pull back the curtain on the financial engineering and corporate traps hidden inside the purchases you make every single day. The next video on your screen right now exposes the exact same playbook running in a completely different industry. Click it.